Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we will finally return with some iRacing. Yes, 2023 Season 4 has literally started today at the time I'm recording this, so we're going to jump in with some of the new Ferrari Fixed series. Of course, the all-new Ferrari 296 GT3 car. We're going to be taking it to Zandvoort as well. Of course, the all-new updated Zandvoort circuit. It just made sense in my mind to combine these two things together and see what we can do today. However, because it's week 1 and because it's a D-licensed Fixed series, I'm going to start at the back. I'm going to try and avoid the carnage. We'll wait and see as to how we get on. I'm in desperate need of some iRacing. I didn't realise I was down at like 1.7k, so hopefully today we're going to be able to bring that up a little bit more. Get yourself subbed if you're new around here. We want to try and hit 10k on the channel. Let's do this thing. Well, I got no idea what's going on. We appear to have a front bumper just in the middle of the road as we're rounding our way in towards the final corners. This is the perfect way to start the all-new season. I've already seen people at the front of the field as well, potentially having to peel into the pit lane then, so I'm expecting this to be unadulterated carnage, to be completely honest. 1.8k SOF lining up P17 on the grid, but maybe we can try and gain a little bit of iRacing to kickstart the new year the way, or the new season I should say, the way I mean to go on. 10 laps ahead of us, and hopefully I think... Are we going? We're not going yet. We're still holding on, still holding on, still holding on. Now we're finally green flag racing here at Zandvoort. They really did make us wait to get this one underway as we head down towards someone. Again, just going to try and take it. Whoa, nice and easy. Don't really want to go for any big diving maneuvers or anything like that. We've got a car on my outside, which we will be able to hang on ahead of through the first couple of turns. But yeah, I mean, a lot of cars going to be going side by side, cold tyres, everything like that as well. Super easy to make a mistake. So that's exactly what I mean. Someone going round, and that is instantly going to be a rather scary moment for us. I think the other thing, of course, want to get through this first race with no major instant points as well. You know, if we get through on a 0x, I would be incredibly happy, but not expecting that to necessarily be the case. But yeah, I mean, if we could try and, you know, sort of get up towards the top 10, that would be quite nice. Done obviously a little bit of driving in the Ferrari, of course, did a sort of test drive a few days ago. If you missed out on that video, would highly recommend going back and checking out this corner as well. Is lethal in this car as lots of... Steady. I mean, that is ridiculous on lap 1. I mean, why not that guy just threw it in there at them? I will never quite understand. But yeah, we've had a lot of our top runners already with issues then early on. But I'm just trying to survive lap 1, it feels like here. And well, we have still on a 0x, which is good. But unfortunately, it's meant that any places I gained early on, we kind of then had to, you know, submit again to round our way in towards the final couple of corners. Of course, I did also drive this new version of Zandvoort as well in the TORA GTP car. It was good fun, but of course, you know, the problem is with someone like Zandvoort is I've only ever really driven it in an F1 car, so I tend to find myself out braking in towards the corners there. But we've done all right on lap 1. According to that, we're up to P14, which is good. Obviously, we know there's a few cars with damage as well. We got another one apparently with issues. Car stops on the right. There we go. That's 2 more gone. So we'll claim some freebies. Thank you very much. And now you can see, yeah, this effectively now is a battle for the top 10. So I've got no idea how many cars have had issues then at the start of this one as we try and get a run up the hill. But yeah, obviously the new, oh hello, the new V6 Ferrari 296. I really like the Rogue One version of this car. I really do want to fall in love with the GT3 version as well. Sounds much better on the off-board shots than on-board, as well. That guy thought about having a big dive there. I think he's probably a lot quicker than me. But of course, yeah, really, I think he was one of the ones involved in an instant, wasn't he? Whoa, big wobble. So yeah, Jose is probably going to say thank you very much as we head down in towards the stadium section. We're not going to make it easy for him, but you can just seem much more confident on the brakes there, prepared to chuck it in. And like I said, you know, there's only so many cars, you know, you can sensibly fight in one of these races there. David a little way up the road. Definitely could be one we could still try and fight with. So you just see Jose's definitely driven this car a little bit more than me. That confidence there through the final corner. just to fling it in and know that it's going to stick on the exit. As well, what position are we going to be up to then? P13, I assume. No, we're up to P12 actually, so that's pretty good going then at the moment. Yeah, definitely feel like we should have some pace over David as well, and I think we would need P10 if we want to try and gain some iRating from this race as well. So let's try and use Jose then and sort of see what lines he's taking here, what we can try and learn and sort of glean information off him if possible. Looks like loads of cars behind us though have had issues early on, so it really is going to be one of those races of survival. See if we get towards the top of the hill there. You can just see how much confidence Jose's got to throw the car in. He actually doesn't get a particularly good run off the exit though, so I reckon he messed up slightly through there. And you know what, actually, it's almost run wide through the next couple of corners. I don't reckon we're much slower than this guy anyway now. I reckon he was just a lot more confident early on. Of course, did run some practice laps, felt like I got up to grips with the car quite nicely. Definitely still struggling through that corner though. One of my least favourite on the lap in this thing. It just does not work with a car with traction control. You just find yourself understeering on the way in. Back end then gets upset because it's iRacing. And then the traction control cuts the power and you go for a lazy spin. Definitely did that on more than one occasion in practice. But yeah, we've definitely still got some slower cars in front of me. Gap to Anthony as well ahead of David, coming down rather rapidly, as there's definitely, you know, a lot of battles going on around the order. But we've settled in quite nicely. We've done everything we need to. Yeah, we did survive the start as well, which was super, super important. We set, I mean, a 35.2 is not bad going, only 4 tenths away from fastest, all things considered. I can't complain about that. Let's just focus up though, get our concentration in, and see what we can do. Definitely seems like the track limits as well around here now very, very lenient, because you can run pretty much right up to the wall through turn 3, and then especially not this corner but the one after, the next right hand flick, and you can run very, very wide there as well. As long as you don't hit the grass, it will let you get away with it, which is quite a surprise to be fair, but you know, a positive one in the world of iRacing. As you can see again, Jose is going to go around. Thank you all. That'll be a freebie. And yeah, so definitely think we've got the pace over David in front of me though, but yeah, I can see Nacho and Anthony just in front there battling, as we're almost at half distance already. This is what I like about these 15-minute races, of course. Obviously, they, as you would expect, they go by very, very quickly, especially when you've got quite a dramatic lap one like you do here at Zandvoort. But yeah, happy, of course, that we were able to navigate our way through the carnage there. So you can actually leave it in third gear off the exit there, and that should find us a little bit of time as well. There we go, P16, just going fastest of anyone so far, so clearly not wanting to give up on it just yet. As up over the line we go. It's 35.9, not my best lap in the world, but yeah, definitely P10 is going to be neutral iRating. So any higher than that is of course a bonus, and there is that battle going on just a little way up the road. But yeah, this Ferrari though, definitely, you know, of course I'm trying to get used to iRacing again as well, but definitely interesting, of course, the way you got to drive this thing. You know, it's been so long since I've driven a GT3 car as well, so that's been obviously, you know, trying to remember everything that I used to know, but of course want to really try and leave it in a high gear where you can. In, you know, some places it really does allow you, of course, to ride the throttle on the exits, but still got to be careful over the curbing. You know, the Ferraris have always been some of the best GT3 cars when it comes to the curbs, but still, of course, you know, some of the ones here at Zandvoort are absolutely lethal. As well, you can just see that. The guy in front of me struggling a little bit, David. Are we going to be able to try and get past him? Going to be wheel to wheel as we head down the back straight. Yeah, he's going to back out of that one. I think he knew it probably wasn't a battle worth having at this stage of the day, and we will certainly be very, very happy with that as well. As yeah, that gaggle of 3 cars in front of me, obviously now up into the top 10 we go, so not a bad drive from 17th place at the start of this one. We can certainly be happy with the progress we've made so far. As you can look at that, that's some proper Ferrari battles going on up the road, weaving around down the start-finish straight.
10th position.
Expect to see.
Time was 1:35.8.
We are. Oh, that was first gear. Definitely not quite where I wanted. Hello. Yeah, still got to be careful, actually. This thing feels a little bit more slidey on the rear than I remember a lot of the other GT3 cars being. But as well, slow car. Where's someone gone? Anthony there having a little bit of an issue. Clearly not happy with Mark in front of him. But we will, be happy with the time we've been able to close in. And yeah, so interesting as well how different the banking feels on iRacing now. To be honest, when you look at it, obviously on F1 or you sort of watch the cars in real life, you never quite fully believe that going high through the banking was always the way to go. But racing on iRacing, you can really actually see why it works. In real Formula 1, of course, because you've got the laser scan technology. It really does. It's a proper banking. It's not like on the F1 game where it still feels quite flat up. It really is curved, obviously. The banking, the higher you are, the more angle it is, which is fantastic fun, of course. Very, very scary because you just don't quite know what the car's going to do, or of course really where you're aiming for as well. Off the corner. 35-0 though for our leader. What we got? Just 5 minutes just over to go. So yeah, we need to, we still haven't got a lot of time to try and get on with this. 3 in front of us now, of course, spread out just a little bit, so we'll wait and see what we can do. As our time's actually falling off slightly already.
5 minutes remaining.
Brave on the brakes into turn 1, but of course, ABS match that brake pedal. But yeah, it does like to wriggle around though on the throttle, which is very, very interesting. Of course, you've got to be so smooth with that though when the car does do it, because of course the last thing you want is to upset the rear. Obviously, flare up the traction control, but yeah, we're definitely quicker than the 2 in front of me at the moment. You can see again, just gaining a little bit more time as we head back up the hill. Just trying to open up the entry through this next corner. I love this turn on any game. So satisfying when you get it hooked up. Making sure we don't pick up a 1X. And then, of course, just got to be careful over the sausage curbs there. But yeah, this, Zandvoort is such a track where you've got to utilise the entire width of the circuit, but it's old school. You can't run just too wide. Oh, come on. It does not like you lifting off mid-corner. It really is not a fan of that. Back end is desperate to try and overtake the front if you do that too often. Very much is, I think it was Mario Andretti said, wasn't it? You should always, or it might have been Jackie Stewart, you should always either be on the accelerator or on the brake. You should never not be on either. And occasionally, of course, you've got to be on both at the same time. But it definitely seems to be how this car wants to be driven as well. As well, slightly understeery through the final corner once again. But yeah, these two, of course, already got beef, so might be worth just sitting back, waiting and see what happens between them as we barrel back down in towards that first corner. Anthony even just shows the nose. Not going to do anything this time around. He's already loving the different liveries as well available on this car. Of course, I'm rocking the Lemans one. I had to. Obviously, was going to, the 499. Already a very, very special car in Ferrari's history. Oh, here we go. This is going to get spicy with 3 minutes left on the clock. We've got 2 more laps after this one. These two now almost pushing each other along as we head up the hill. Just sit back again, be patient, but I have a feeling this could get very, very rowdy towards the end of this, so we'll just, well out. Back in, wanting to overtake the front again. I've definitely got to manage that in this car as well. A big potential dive there thrown in by Anthony. We just see he's just trying to fill the mirrors as Mark is aware of it. He's kind of not really losing out too much by going for it either, because this thing's so weird on the throttle. Be so careful with it. But yeah, in the ideal world, I try and get past both of them in one go, but not convinced that's going to happen just yet. Mark again running slightly deep in towards the stadium. That's going to allow us both to try and get a run off of the corner. But surely now we're going to see Anthony try and get a run through the final turn using the grass on the inside there. That's brave. But is it going to be beautiful for him? So, yeah, 2 more laps to go. Are we going to see another show of the nose back down towards someone? This thing does seem very, very slippery in the slipstream. Mark there braking as late as he dares. Anthony, though, down the inside. Oh, there is going to be contact. So Anthony definitely drifted up towards him. And David behind me is just watching this. Sensing an opportunity late on in the afternoon. Can we try and go high and wide and beautiful? Around the outside of David will go. Got a little bit nervous there that he was going to wash out towards me, but we'll get past him, and they're banging wheels behind me as well. As we head up the hill, we can try and show the nose, but not going to go for anything there. Too brave, that one. Or I'm not brave enough, really, I should be saying, but hopefully now, yeah, definitely feel we can try and get past Mark ASAP. Just try and make the corner as wide as we can. Show the nose. No, not quite there. Oh, well.
Left side, clear left.
So close. Almost into the back of him. But it is going to be a good little battle late on in the day then. He's now up into P9. Can we try and get P8 though? Can we try and gain and move nicely up the order in this race? Or will Mark have enough there? As he's definitely taking a different line through the stadium, and it definitely isn't working for him at the moment. Surely we can get a good run out of the final corner. We can try and get a good run, which I have not done. Very, very understeery there again. Just did not quite get the car over the crest where I needed it through that final turn, but we are still going to be gaining in the slipstream. He's going to have to go defensive on me. We'll surely be able to try and look down the inside in towards the first corner. We'll show the nose. Can we force a late braking defense? Yes, we can.
Car left.
Just going to compromise him on the exit. We'll get side by side off the corner. We're going to have the inside for turn 2.
He's still there.
He's going to try and again just pinch me, but again we know we can use the camber. Going to try and use it. David trying to go for something as well, and we'll get right around the outside there, off the corner. And now up then into P8 the race will go. We'll leave them to battle behind me. And there we go, I'll pass through the banking here on iRacing, so it definitely is the right line to take there. Almost, oh. Car got right up towards the grass on the exit though, but now we've just got to try and navigate our way through this final lap. And I tell you what, as long as I don't do anything stupid now, not but a bad way to kickstart the all-new iRacing season, has it, as we round our way through these next few corners. iRacing, yeah, does feel very, very different. Of course, you know, just have not played this game in recent months, but definitely looking forward to getting back into it more during 2023 Season 4. Going to have a lot more time and a lot more energy as well for the sim, so yeah, I really want to try and get into it ready for next year. Of course, we've got a few big races coming up before the year comes out. James and I are going to be streaming the Bathurst 1000 even this weekend over on Twitch. There'll be a link to that down in the description below. But round in the final corner then, we're going to come through for P8 here to kickstart our Ferrari Fixed campaign at Zandvoort. A beautiful way to end my first race of the new season there, and we'll even get a little bit of iRacing to show for it as well. 0x, I think, is probably the most important thing as well in that one. But what a race here at Zandvoort. Let's go take a look at our final race results. Well, there we are then, having a look at our final race results here from Zandvoort. It was a second split race here in the Netherlands, and we finished 27 seconds off the eventual winner there, but he did go from pole to take the victory. 84 iRating gained for Matty there at the front of the field. A 6-second victory, so quite a dominant display when all is said and done there. But yeah, P8 for us from 17th on the grid, 9 places gained. I really cannot complain all too much about. 0.16 SR as well, which I absolutely love to see. Yeah, a few of us getting away with no incidents in that one as well. So fantastic for ourselves there. 25 iRating gained as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed. Of course, if you want to try out iRacing as well, there'll be my affiliate link down in the description below. And obviously, like I said, Bathurst 1000 this weekend, 8 AM UK time over on my Twitch channel. There'll be a link to that as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back very, very soon. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise, and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.